sure. This is kind of like the thing that they do. So I know you were gone Friday, so we were gonna do something else, but today we're gonna be starting the Sun and Storm. We're gonna look at both. So this is a two-way book. So this side is the Sun and Storm, and it goes page 7. And then if we flip to the other side of the book and we flip it upside down, this is Blizzard, which is gonna go. This one's the longer one, I think. Yeah, this is gonna go to page 24. So I was thinking we're gonna look over the pictures and stuff, and then maybe read Sudden Storm, just because that one's a little bit shorter. Make sure we have time to finish it.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. Which one do you want to start out by looking at the pictures?
It doesn't really matter to me.
Here, just pick one. Which one looks a little bit more interesting to you?
This one.
You want to do Blizzard? Alright, let's look at the pictures. What do you think this one's gonna be about?
A blizzard and the mom doesn't want the kids to go outside. Or they just want to go outside and they get stuck in a blizzard.
Let's look at page 5. What do you think they're doing here?
Getting like snow here.
Getting ready for. Oh, look at they got like the bags and stuff. So maybe like going to school or something. No, yeah, we got them at school. Oh, you know, this is kind of like, what was it, last week when we almost had that snow day? Were you here for that?
At my dad's apartment, it was snowing, but it wasn't like snowing. It was just like, it was snowing, but all it was big, giant clumps of snow.
Where it's like the sleet almost. It's like a mix of rain and snow.
Or like slush falling from the
Yeah.
sky.
But like,
Slush.
it was like this big.
Yeah, the snowflakes were huge.
If you count one on your tongue, it's just like a glass of water. You're just like,
It's kind of nice because that stuff melts quick. Okay, so what do you think they're doing on page 10? You got that page? And then it goes to that.
they're going to school. Maybe going back from school.
Going home?
Yeah.
Yeah, going through the blizzard. Oh, looks like they're just out in the snow.
And then they're in the loss, I'm guessing.
Lost. Yeah, maybe or
Cold.
the cold. Like it looks like the younger brother is probably really cold. Got a lot to walk through. It looks like.
I live in South Wayne, so I couldn't really walk if I wanted
Yeah.
to, because that would be like 12 miles.
You live in South Range? Yeah, I lived in the country too, so I think it was more of a really cold bus ride that we had to endure.
I'm not really allowed on the bus.
Oh no, you got driven to school?
Because right where my house is where the other bus comes to a different school where I was supposed to go. So I'm on that bus.
Well, that's nice. I'd rather get driven to school than having to take the cold bus. Looks like page 23. Looks like they finally make it home.
Well, the bus probably get close to the ice, the roads are probably.
Yeah, driving in the snow is very scary. Looks like they got home. Does this one have a glossary or just the other one?
Is that the glossary?
I think that's for the other one.
No, it isn't. I don't think so, because maybe.
They're both about blizzards, so the words kind of match up. Do you want to look at the pictures for the Sun and Storm?
Sure.
This one is the one that I found super interesting because if you look at the map right here, that's Minnesota and that's Wisconsin, so that's us. And this one was in 1940, so quite a while ago. But look at the picture on page 4.
That reminds me of my dad's car. We had that snow for like non-stop. His car was filled like all the way, like he has a tailgate in the back of his car.
Oh,
It was
the
filled
with snow? Yeah.
We couldn't fit anything in there and then it froze.
Oh, really? Oh, this snowstorm this year or the one like a few years ago?
This year.
This year. That one wasn't that one was pretty bad. I remember 2 years ago I got snowed into like a parking lot because my car got stuck by snow.
My mom's house, the door, we could open the door.
Oh yeah, especially when it's because snow's heavy too. I mean, look at this picture. This is a picture, a city street after the storm. I think that's more snow than we've ever seen though. I think this was like a world record of snow at the time.
My mom said there used to be snow up to like the telephone poles, like
Well, yeah, I mean,
high.
think about how tall a truck is. I think that snow's taller than me.
It's cool, like just and see it melt would be like a pool.
Do you want to read the glossary for this one?
Forecasting, radio,
Do you want to
date,
read the word? So the bolded is the word, and then this normal text is like the definition. Just so that we know what they all mean before we read it. So do you want to start by forecasting?
forecasting what the weather will be like. Radio, a tool that can track
Is-
storms.
This is radar. Radar.
Satellites, objects that take weather pictures from space. Temperature, heat or cold measurements on a scale.
Measured on a scale. Visibility.
How far you can see. Whiteout, blowing snow so thick you can't see.
Yeah, so forecast is kind of like the news people, you know? When you see on the news, they're like telling you what the week is gonna be like.
Yeah.
Radar is kind of like if you've ever seen the weather app on one of your parents' phones. It's like a map of the city, and there's like different colors.
That's on my phone.
Oh yeah, and then like the different colors, like if it's gonna be rain, if it's gonna be snow, when the snow is gonna hit, where it's gonna hit.
Sad and all the time because he likes to plan his own.
Yeah. I like to look at the radar too, just so I know. Visibility, do you know what that is kind of like?
Like it's hard to see, or it's like something that's hard to see.
Yeah, well, like, you know, when it's foggy out, and when it's like super foggy out and you're on the road and you can barely see in front of your hand, it's so foggy, that would be like super low visibility because when you look out, you really can't see much.
That's what happened to my house once. It was really cold and it was really foggy, and all the windows were like
Yeah,
flat.
yeah. So that'd be low visibility. And then whiteout is when the snow is, I guess we kind of had a bit of that a few days ago even, with like all of the thick clouds and it's going really fast and you can't really see anything.
When we had those big clubs, I just like looked in the sky and it kind of looked at the ocean.
Alright, do you wanna look over anything or do you wanna read the story?
You can read it.
You wanna read it?
Which one?
Let's do the sudden storm one first, just because it's a little bit shorter.
November 11th, 1940 was a sunny day in the Midwest of the United States. Winter was coming, but it felt like a warm spring day. People looked at the sky to predict the weather back then. In the sky that morning was blue and clear. No one knew what something terrible was racing across the land. November was dark. Duck hunting season. Many duck hunters were enjoying the fine weather. Some of them didn't bother with heavy jackets. A shirt was warm enough. Hunters rowed their boats out onto lakes and rivers. Like the big Mississippi, they planned to hunt on little islands or sit in their boats. and looked for ducks. Looked for ducks to shoot. Suddenly, the weather changed. A hard, cold rain started to fall. The temperature dropped by 50 degrees. Rain changed to sleet.
Yep, sleet. That's kind of like that rainy snow mix.
And the sleet changed to snow. Wind began to howl. It was a blizzard. The wind
Whipped.
up waves almost as high as a man. The hunters were trapped. They couldn't row back to the storm. Thousands of ducks filled the sky. They were trying to escape the storm by flying ahead of it, but the hunters didn't care about the ducks anymore. They were fighting for their lives. Other people were almost in trouble. Also in trouble. In towns and cities, traffic stopped and stuck.
Traffic stopped, stuck in snow.
Frightened people were trapped in their cars in the freezing cold. Telephone poles crashed down in many places. Thick blowing snow filled the air like a white curtain.
Yeah.
No one could see in thousand white oats.
In those
White
oats.
One building,
Blinding.
white out caused a troubling train wreck.
Why don't you try a terrible train wreck?
The deadly storm roared east. It left a path of destruction 1,000 miles wide. It tore
roofs off.
Houses. It uprooted whole trees. It shaped three large
It sank.
Snow piled up so high that many people had to climb up so high. Out of the upstairs window to get out of their houses. The surprise storm of November 11 killed over 150 people, more than 50 of the duck hunters. Why didn't people know about the storm was coming? Back in 1940, there were no TVs to give people weather reports. Only a few homes had radios. There was no warning.
There was no warning. And we just have this one to read, so.
Today, weather can still surprise us, but weather forecasting has gotten better. Santa was counting around the world, used tools like sailors and radios to track the weather. TVs and radios alert as the weather. When storms are on the way, people will never again have to suffer such a terrible surprise in the weather of 1940.
I'm gonna read the sentence one more time. So remember, it's satellites and radar.
To track the weather.
Yeah, so they use the satellites and the radar. Now, they didn't have that back then though. If you want to look at the first page, looking at the picture, why do you think they didn't think that a storm was coming? Why do you think it's called sudden storm?
Because it was nice. It was a clear sky. There was no clouds at all. It was really nice and warm, so there wouldn't. It's like warm enough that the rain couldn't like come because it was so warm.
Yeah, didn't we kind of have that like last week? I thought it was like summer was coming. It was gonna be spring. It was so nice outside, and then we got a snowstorm. So even that still happened. Do you want to read the what is a blizzard right here?
I guess.
Kind of skipped over that.
What is a blizzard? A blizzard is a snowstorm with winds of more than 35 miles per hour.
Per hour.
Large amounts of limestone, visibility of 500 feet or less. A severe blizzard has winds over 45 miles per hour. Large amounts of falling snow, visibility near zero, temperatures of 10 degrees or lower. The worst blizzard was learned in 1972, over 26 feet, 8 meters of snow pulled up whole visibility. The
Whole villages were buried.
and snow fell for 10 whole days.
That's a lot. 26 feet of snow. That's like at least.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of snow. I know. I feel like the most we've ever had is like a few feet, maybe.
Up to my neck.
Yeah. That's like, but that's not all at once. This is talking about they got 26 feet in just the span of 10 days. I mean, a lot of our snowstorms, we already have like, in certain parts on land, we already have like 3 inches of snow on it. And then it keeps on adding and adding and adding. This was all at once, which is crazy.
In my field, like it looks like you sat down in the snow, but you're just standing.
Mm-hmm. I know, the snow can get crazy, especially in the country when it's just a big yard. The snow, it's so cold, it doesn't really melt very fast. So it kind of all piles up. Let's look at that. Do you have any questions about what you read?
Not really.
No? So if you had to summarize the sudden storm, how would you give a summary about it? Of like, what was it about? What were like the main details of this
It
story?
was about everybody thought like nobody had like any weather reports or anything that they couldn't do, and so it was a clear day and nothing they thought was gonna happen because it was clear skies and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody was everywhere. Hunters were out and everything, and then suddenly a storm started happening and it started coming down really hard.
Yeah. Why do you think the sudden storm was so dangerous to people?
Because it buried people in cars.
What else? What else about it can be kind of scary though?
Well, if it took down 3 ships, that means it could have. The
This is probably
waves were
super
really
windy.
big. The waves are really big, so it probably washed out a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And think about how cold was it? Do you want to find that?
It was
Yeah, that'd
cold.
be awesome. Yeah, how long is
She's here through
the end of the year?
well, she's here through at least through the end.
Okay. All right, yeah, that'd be great.
Good experience.
Yeah.
You can work that.
Yeah, for sure.
A little bit farther into the book.
But this is the end of the book.
Oh, you're at the end.
Isn't that book cool? 2 books in one, flip it over.
Yeah. It was 10 degrees that day.
Oh, I thought that was just talking about like what was a blizzard and stuff. I thought
Oh,
it
no,
was
that
somewhere
was
in the passage.
Yeah. So, and honestly, 10 isn't really that cold. I mean, we have days where it's way colder than that.
Yeah, that's when the school says we have to go inside. But if it's warmer than that,
Alright, well, do you wanna, what time does she have to be back?
She can just go back right now, that's fine.
Okay.
It's almost been 30 minutes, so.
Yeah. Right, I guess you'll have to,
30 minutes.
yeah, you can, it took, I mean, that was kind of a longer book, I guess. The other one's kind of, I think the other one is like double the length of the first one,
Well,
so.
yet again, it has a lot less passage.
It does, it's mostly pictures, but yeah, do you wanna go back to class then?
I guess so. I missed 2 subjects, but that's okay.
That's right, you were gone Friday. Well, thank you, Abigail.
Well, I had my computer, so I did my work.
Oh,